Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to World of Tanks. I'm back with yet another episode, and today's episode is going to be somewhat exclusive, new and all that. Because I am inside World of Tanks Sandbox. SandBox 2.0 or second iteration was released today, and if your application has been approved, you can be inside that sandbox as well, together with me, Serb and all the other guys. So what I'm going to test out and what I'm going to cover in today's episode is three main topics that Wargaming is testing out in the sandbox second iteration phase 1. Keep in mind guys, this is only phase 1. In the second phase we are going to test out reworked artillery, but more about that in the future I guess. But in today's episode I'm going to cover three main topics, and those topics are accuracy system, revised shot distribution in the aiming circle, damage scaling, revised alpha damage of select heavy tanks and tank destroyers. And finally, penetration mechanics are going to be changing. Penetration loss begins at 50 meters. And we are going to take a look how exactly this is going to change the game. But guys, keep in mind, this is World of Tanks Sandbox. This is not even World of Tanks Super Test server. So let's say this is Alpha Test of Beta Test. Or something like that. I don't know if that was correct way to put it, but this is just what they are thinking about doing. They are waiting for our feedback, so if you have any opinion about any topics that you're going to see today, you can leave your opinion in the comment section down below. It doesn't mean that this is going to be in the game 100%. They are testing it out, they would like to see what you think, so please keep that in mind. Okay, let's get going. Let's start with topic number 1, shot distribution within the aiming circle. The rework system makes hitting weak spots at range more difficult for guns with bad dispersion, from 0.4 and up, while aim time, armor and gun stabilization is going to be more important. With fewer shots clustered around the center of the aiming circle, the number of unbelievable shots, a RIP RNGesus episode, I guess, hitting weak spots without taking full aim or on the move or at great distance is reduced. Or actually not RIP RNGesus episode, from now on, if you're going to be able to pull off a shot like this, it is going to be even more amazing or unbelievable, as they are saying over here. This also increases the overall survivability of well-armored vehicles and their ability to bounce rounds. Faster aiming vehicles with decent dispersion cement their role as effective long and mid-range warfare masters. For less accurate guns, or when firing with high dispersion, I guess when you're moving or turning your tank, the chances of successfully snapshotting a target at long range decreases. So let's take a look at this little program piece over here. It is actually pretty nicely done. So dispersion within the aiming circle. On the left side, update 9.17, that means this is what we have at the moment, and on the right side we have sandbox version. Let's fire our first 2000 rounds. You can see that on the left at the moment we have a lot more shots towards the center of the aiming circle. And over here we have a lot more shots at the edge of the aiming circle. But still, quite a lot of shots in the middle, isn't it? Let's fire 2000 more rounds, and yes, you can see the pattern. Over here, the middle of the aiming circle is going to be more red, and over here it is like more equal, but still a lot of shots in the middle of the aiming circle. Let's fire 10,000 rounds. Boom. Well, I believe this explains everything. So snapshotting, unbelievable shots and all that, this is not going to be happening that often, but still you have a chance to get some pretty crazy hits, as you can see. So what do you think about that? Let me know. Over here as well, it is for you to tell us if we made the right call. So let me know what you think about these changes. Because At the moment, today, tanks that rely on TPM, standing and shooting have a disadvantage. Those guys, they have to stay at line of fire and expect to get shot at in return. But this isn't as frequent with high alpha damage vehicles, like 183 for example. Big alpha damage guys can get out of cover, quickly aim, fire and return to the cover without putting themselves into huge risk. This is what we call trading in World of Tanks. So yeah, let me know guys what you think about this upcoming change. Or not change yet, what you think about this system. Would you like to see that in the game or not? And let's move on into the topic number 2, revised alpha damage. Currently vehicles with very high alpha damage, JPZ E100, FE 4005 and 183, not my 183, are outperforming other vehicles in tier, thanks to the downright devastating alpha damage. Oh yes, Heshgas is real. Those tanks are not going to make your win rate increase. Yes, those tanks are not going to make you play better, but it is good enough to obliterate the target and hurl an unsuspecting player back to their garage. Yes, this is exactly Heshgas, what they're talking about over here. However, long reload times also leave these tanks defenseless, and yes, in some cases lack of turret is also going to leave you defenseless. Especially JPZ E100, I'm looking at you. Now at the same time, the D57 Heavy, T110E5, AMX50B, Kron-1 and other 120mm guns deal 400 alpha damage. Just compare it to 440 of 122mm guns. The 2mm difference in caliber results in a 10% reduction in damage. To better balance these two group of vehicles, we are reducing high caliber gun damage per shot while also improving their reload time. So DPM is going to be pretty much the same guys. You're going to lose some alpha damage, but you're going to be reloading faster. And scaling 120mm gun damage to the damage rating of 122mm guns. The reload time on all affected tanks was increased to keep their DPM intact. So with named DDs you are going to lose alpha damage, but you are going to gain reload speed, and with 120mm guns you are going to get alpha damage and you are going to lose reload speed. But let's take a look what exactly we have on Sandbox server at the moment. So D57 heavy tank, as you can see, AP and heat shell damage increased from 400 to 440, but magazine reload time increased from 25 seconds to 28 seconds. T110E5, same story, but reload time increased from 10 seconds to 11 seconds. But guys, E5 is going to be even better trading tank from now on. FE 215B from 8.7 seconds to 9.4 seconds, AMX50B from 30 seconds to 33 seconds, and Kron-1 from 40 or 35 seconds to 39 seconds. Let's take a look at tank destroyers. JPZ E100 AP and heat shell damage decreased from 1050 to 950, but reload time is going to be 1.7 seconds faster. And actually with brothers in arms, large caliber tank on rammer and ventilation, your reload time is going to be under 20 seconds. Thumbs up. FE 4005 AP shell damage decreased from 1150 to 1050. HE and HESH shell damage, guys, is going to be nerfed by 300 points from 1750 to 1450. Gun reload time, however, is going to be 2 seconds faster, from 30 to 28 seconds. And same goes to the FE 215B 183, of course. So really interesting changes, guys, to see if this is going to balance those tanks out. Let's see, and let me know what you think, because once again, now only you can help us check if they really work. Let's test it out, let's see how it works. And our final topic today is going to be penetration loss over distance. Penetration values of AP and APCR shells begin decreasing at 50 meters instead of 100 meters that we have at the moment. And they lose 18% and 23% of their initial values at 500 meters. So let's say you are driving around with a tank that has 250 millimeters of penetration. If you're using AP round with 250 millimeters of penetration, your penetration at 500 meters is going to be 205. So you're going to lose 45 penetration. And if you are playing with a tank that has APCR with 250 millimeters of penetration at 500 meters, your actual penetration is going to be 192.5. So you're going to lose how much? 57.5 millimeters of penetration. So snipers, I believe your days are done. Yeah. Red line snipers, I'm looking at you. But let's take a look at one more example. Let's say you're driving around with the newest Tier 10 DD that has super amazing penetration. STRV 103B that has 308 millimeters of penetration with standard APCR rounds. APCR penetration at 500 meters with STRV 103B is going to be 237.16. So you are going to lose 70 millimeters of penetration at 500 meters. 237 is something that you can actually bounce fairly easily if you're going to angle and stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this change actually. I believe mouse players are going to be extremely happy. So guys, once again, let me know what you think, and this was pretty nice example as well. So I believe Leopard 1 is shooting at IS-6 at 200 meters. So let's see, penetration 258 at 200 meters. Let's move up to 300 meters. IS-6, by the way, why is IS-6 fighting with Leopard 1? I don't know. 242 millimeters of penetration went through. And at 400 meters, Leopard 1 is going to lose a lot of penetration and bounce. 224 millimeters of penetration didn't go through. Shoot the lower plate, Leopard 1. Shoot the lower plate. But you know that this matchmaking is not going to happen because IS-6 can only see up to Tier 9 vehicles. Anyways, so this was World of Tanks Sandbox 2.0 or second iteration phase 1. Interesting changes, let me know what you think. And once again, keep in mind, this is alpha test of beta test. They are just looking for our opinion, our reactions, and so on. Let me know in the comment section down below. I really do hope you enjoyed today's episode. Let me know if you would like to see more stuff like this by leaving a like or dislike, whatever floats your boat. I catch you next time. Take care and bye.